Uh-oh. All right. Excuse the way that the camera's positioned, but I'm talking today about Pokemon investing. Excuse the mess behind me. I've been laying on the floor here and someone's sitting here. So, a little more up. The fact, shout out my little Umbreon sticker. The fact that people are now begging. When I say begging, I literally mean begging for One Piece. I wish I had it recorded. Actually, I didn't want to record that, but people are actually begging for some One Piece now. Excuse my audio. I was supposed to put on my mic, but it's connected to my laptop mic, but I think you guys will get the point. Hopefully. I went to Barnes and Nobles. So I have my regular run. I go to Best Buy, Barnes and Nobles. I used to be GameStop. What's up?
Bro, you're supposed to be at Sahur Fest.
Dude, I'm literally live streaming right now.
Dang. Live streaming for Sahur Fest?
No. What's up? How was the event?
It was good.
It was
Got
good.
some rollers.
Yo, what's up, man? What's up,
Are you
man?
live streaming your game?
No, I'm just talking about my experience Pokemon, like buying Pokemon.
Oh, I found my Pokemon deck.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I don't think it's worth anything.
We'll play with it. What do you mean? We'll play
It's a
some.
lot.
How many? Send it to me, dude.
I'll just send you a pic.
Yeah, send me the hollows, man.
No, I don't.
Ah,
But when you going to Sahur Fest?
I don't want to go because it's too cold and I don't want to stand in lines.
Oh, I think most of them are going.
Mosin, you're going to Sahur Fest?
Oh, he left. He's not near me, but he's gonna go.
What time? I don't. Maybe we might go. I don't know.
Did you buy a tick?
No, you can still get them. Sold out.
Yeah. No, it's not.
I just don't want to wait in lines,
Like
bro.
10 for the day. Yeah, look, you don't want to go.
It's too cold outside.
Wear a jacket, bro.
I got dishes to do, man.
Yeah, look, you don't want to go. But I think Muslim's going to try to make me go.
In this lesson, I'm going to be talking to you guys about medical terminology.
Yeah, go. You should go.
Fitna Fest?
Yeah, Fitna Fest.
Alright. Peace.
How was the event, though? I would.
That was good.
Okay, I can't. Don't say anything. By the way, I'm live. So.
Dang. He said don't say anything crazy. He's live. Is that right now? Okala.
Yeah, I'm live right now.
Okala Donald J. Trump.
Well, call it Donald J. Trump. I'm just making videos now. I'm gonna have to pray and do the dishes after this. So just
stick him in the dishwasher. How many views do you
The-
have right now?
I have 0, bro. Yesterday 0 views.
I'm gonna end this FaceTime and hop on your YouTube.
Yeah. All right.
Alright.
All right. Bye.
Peace.
Texting my other homie. So what I was telling you, when I go through my regular program, I go to Best Buy, Barnes and Nobles, GameStop, Target, hit up all of the, you know, Pokemon places that I can to look for these cards. You know, I don't know. I actually play the game too, so I try to collect all my bulk. So I stopped going as much because the guys that used to camp. Okay, it's kind of jumping ahead, but I stopped going, and I had a feeling that I should be going there. So this is two different people. That's why I'm jumping ahead. It'll kind of make sense in just a moment. So I go to Best Buy, and I was going there regularly whenever the drop is, and I'd buy like some Pokemon. And I stopped going there because they shut down the GameStop. Now people from GameStop would go to Best Buy. And then I stopped doing the runs because I got busy with work, closed some deals, and I was like, okay, I can buy Pokemon closer to like market price. Then keep them sealed. You know, that's just what I do. So one day I had a feeling that I should just go check out if they have something at Barnes and Nobles. I was looking for a board game. Actually, I was looking for something for my wife. And when I got there, this guy is outside, and he's like a kind of thicker guy, and he comes up to me, and I see not only do I see the guy standing outside, but as I'm walking inside from the parking lot, I see a truck, like four people in the truck, the father and his three sons, or maybe like his nephews or something, I don't know. And basically they're waiting and they're just staring at the front of Barnes and Nobles. At that moment, I knew something was up already. I'm like, okay, something is in there that people are waiting for. Because I think I've seen this guy before too. He has a truck with a decal on it. I think he does like plumbing. And he has three of his kids in the back. And then one kid is walking out. They're all staring at him. He's walking out. I'm walking towards the front of the Barnes and Nobles. And the kid's walking out, and he's like up to something, and he goes to the truck, and like I'm assuming because he's walking that way, I don't stare at them. They're staring at me like this guy's gonna take some of my whatever's inside. And then I get to the front, and this guy comes around the corner, and he's like a bigger guy, and I'm telling you, we have a problem. We have a big issue on our hands. A guy was literally begging me. He's like a beggar, like someone, and no offense, but when a beggar comes up to you, you know the person's begging. They're disheveled, and they ask you, like, there's a bit of a humility in their tone. Can you please do this for me? Like, I really need your help right now, or something, whatever. This guy is begging me to get One Piece. He says, there's some One Piece. Can you please give me some One Piece? And this is the first time, and we have a real problem right now, is people are actually begging outside of retailers for a random drop on a Tuesday. So that's one of the incidents. I told him, no, I'm because there's people already sitting in the car. I don't want to get involved with whatever's going on. And I go inside, and I don't know him. I told the Barnes and Nobles ladies that, you know, I find out there's One Piece, OP13. I got a small tin can, and then two of those illustration boxes. I got one. They had one. And I walk out. The other guy, the bigger guy, he's like sitting on the table with his girl or someone, and he's sitting there. And I'm looking at the people in the truck, and they're like scoping. They're like looking at, what did I walk out with? So that means that the kid that was in the truck, he runs back in. I think he's like double checking that there's still cases or boxes of OP so that he can call his wife or someone. And then I go to my car, and it reminds me to like pull out like these people on TikTok that record the camera, what happens. And I wanted to do that. I wanted to pull it out and record, but I kind of want to stay away from it. I don't want to put people online and put them on blast. So I'm going to not tell you who did it. I'm probably going to meet that person again because they're from my city. But that's not the only thing. That's with One Piece. Now, One Piece is going crazy, absolutely crazy. I bought One Piece before, like the big hype. I got Fist of Fury. What is it? Whatever it is, Royal Blood Fist. I don't even know the names, but the names are really cool for One Piece. I have it sealed. And I remember seeing it just sitting on shelves because people were saying it's too expensive. $200 was too much for a booster box. And then eventually now you see that same booster box for $500 minimum, going to 700 soon. I saw Pillars of Strength. I think that's a cool name. Got some of the older stuff that, there's no reprints connected to it. I like Romance Dawn. But then I started thinking more about my experiences. I wanted to just talk about it with Pokemon. My wife wasn't feeling well, and I had to go to get her something because either she needed like a soft smoothie to like drink, and I went to Jamba Juice. And while I was at Jamba Juice, this was around the time Destin Rivals was coming out, and I got my wife the drink, and then I told her like, "Hey, I'm gonna go back to GameStop. Like, Destin Rivals is gonna be hot. I know it's gonna be hot. I'm not the type of person to camp out unless it was like 2012, maybe before that, 2006 Black Friday. Everyone is just having a vibe, and this is going to be like that, Destin Rivals. So I go and I hit up Target. I get a single booster. I rip it open. I hit up what is it? There's a Roserade, Cynthia's Roserade. I rip it open. I send it out to PSA, go get graded. And then I realize there's people sitting in the front of GameStop as I'm walking in to go get my PSA grading, which, by the way, I don't recommend grading with GameStop. The people were really weird, and that store got shut down. But those people that were sitting in front, one of them, they're always at every single GameStop drop. One of them had come up to me, and I kind of befriended them. I kind of stay away from scalpers because they have nothing better to do except for cause negativity. And like they were complaining about a security guard or whatever. I don't know if the security guard was actually kicking people out and making them. That's what his story was, making them leave, and he was having himself and his friends sit down so that they could be first in line for Pokemon. It's probably true. I don't doubt it. But the guys have a cat, and they are in line. And I know they have a cat because when they were in line, they got these tickets like around 5 p.m. maybe. I had just gotten off of a meeting with the client, and I got a card that says like you are first or second or third in line. I was third in line because there was them two and maybe one person after. I was third or fourth. Hero. And then Hero. The guys that were standing, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. And then the guys that were standing there, they reminded of me because I had just adopted my cat, the one laying here, Gonzo. I just adopted my cat, Gonzo. And my wife wasn't feeling well. She had just gotten that. Thank you for liking. First like. And then I had just adopted my cat. So then I started finding out that these guys also have a cat. And this guy also, his wife was sick. So now his wife was sick. My wife wasn't feeling well. And I have a cat I adopted. And his cat was falling ill. Like they were in line. Meanwhile, their cat was falling ill and it needed some type of shot. And they were making up rules like you can't leave the line, right? You stay there, you camp out, maybe 10 minutes, you go use the restroom, and they're trying to like negotiate this. But then they try to like break the rule for themselves that you can leave because we have to go give a shot to our cat because our cat's on it's about to be unalived on its last breath unless we get the shot for it. So then they break the rule and they go. And then as I'm there, I'm realizing that I'm not going to stay here because I told my wife, like, I'm going to lay down here, spend the night waiting for some Destin Rivals. And my life kind of flashed before me. Like, do I want to turn into these people? Do I want a sick cat and a sick wife at home? Meanwhile, I'm sitting here in my 30s waiting for a drop. This guy's probably in his mid 30s. He's older than me, and he's waiting for a drop for Destin Rivals. Like one booster box. Is it really worth that $50, $100 on the resale on that immediate? You can buy it in the aftermarket like right away. So I called my wife right away and I go home, and it didn't leave me that moment. And now the same thing's happening with One Piece. And this is a massive problem. I've never thought that because we're in this first world country that we would have people actually begging, I swear, begging for you to buy them cards. So that was my story that I had to get off my chest. Now, what going to happen though is Pokemon and One Piece, they're going to outperform gold. So people are actually like, I've been to gold stores and people don't beg for gold. Like they're not going to wait. Like you have the Costco drops. They're going to wait maybe, but they're not going to stand outside of Costco, wait for someone to walk in and then beg every single person that walks in to please fulfill the purchase of like two packs. So $20. Imagine losing your dignity as a human being. Like there's no hello, how are you? This is my name. We're friends. Can you please buy this for me? No, it's a random person standing outside and willing to get rejected, willing to have no respect, no self-respect, just for 2 packs of One Piece. And what are they going to go? They're going to go home and rip it open. They're going to spend 5 hours sitting outside. And I don't know anyone's personal problems, but I promise you, One Piece scalping is not the solution. It is just not. But with that being said, Fitna Fest. I'm just talking to like one person right now, but I'm documenting this for the future, just so people know what I was on February 20th on a Friday at 11:48 p.m. Definitely not going to Fitna Fest. That's not happening tonight. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Maybe, man, maybe. Yeah. Well, speaking of things to beg for, I gotta go pray. So I will be ending the stream. Good luck, 81 points on your desire. And thank you for liking. We'll talk soon.